Hello, welcome back to Blender2D Live Noding. In this episode, I want to show you a very simple way you can create Olympic logo using Blender. So you can create this in many different ways. You can use Photoshop and then try to make this overlapping ring happening, or you can use Illustrator and then bring it into Blender as SVG. But we're gonna do it all inside Blender, and I'm gonna be using this procedural method. So let's get started. So basically we can definitely start with a ring nodes, file, save as, SV Olympic. So and we're gonna be outputting the result as viewer draw. So let's see. Okay, so we get the ring. You can see we get a lot of wires and polygons, but that's okay. We're gonna take care of that a bit later. So we're gonna look at it from the top view. We basically just need to make, first of all, we need to make duplicates of the ring. For that, we can use the Polygon Grid. And to duplicate this, we can use apply. We can use this guy over here, matrix apply. So ring faces, and plug this center into the matrices, and let's see the result. So we get this pattern. Let's hide the points. I want to see the wireframe. Cannot see it, but it's okay. So we can control the size of the ring, of course, but we don't have we don't need that many rings. We can reduce the number of the ring. Okay, so 5 by 1. Okay, this is what we need. Let's see if we can scale this. Okay, we can scale it that way, but that's not what we want. So perhaps we can just scale the actual points just using matrix apply. And here's the trick. Let's plug the vector into the scale. Now we can really control the positions of the ring. So it's pretty much like that. Yeah, more or less we can have less tick. So we can actually reference this and adjust it until it looks perfect, but for now it's okay. We can bake this, but if we now try to colorize the ring, we're gonna have problem when they're kind of overlapping, because they are all still a separate ring. Okay, so how do we kind of make a cut around the intersections, etc.? We can use the MergeMesh2D light. So this one is really handy. Simply plugging the face, and now if we look at the result, and then go jump in and then select the face. So 1, 2, 3 is the hotkey. We can now see the intersecting part is already separated. So that's cool, right? So we can just maybe delete or dissolve face. So we have a clean face, so we can kind of overlap the Olympic logo using different material. So this is fine if you like to select like multiple faces like this. There's a better way if you want to clean this up a little bit better. This is actually not too bad. You just need to select a bunch of face. You can use the limited dissolve. So from ring, if we are using limited dissolve, so what's gonna happen is if we use the correct angle, I think we can clean up this ring If I hide the face, just look at the wireframe. Look at this. Originally, it was like that. We have all the resolutions, but if we give it a bit of angle, it cleans up a lot of face, and we just end up with something that's really simple. Okay, so that's the idea. So if we actually bake this, now you can see the face already clean up. I mean, we still need to perhaps clean some of this, but it's a lot easier than before. So, and this is actually quite fun to do. Yeah. So let's see. This whole face, yep. So just select the area that you want to join. X, dissolve. So now we have something that's really clean. It's like almost like if you're working in Illustrator or any vector app. So now we can create material. So we need 5 material. If you want to add some kind of thickness, then you might need more materials. For now, we're gonna just give the color blue, yellow, black, blue, yellow, black. Green and red. So let's colorize this very quickly. So I believe that should be the blue. If you scroll, it's gonna enlarge the circle. Okay, escape, assign. Okay, now everything's blue. The next one. Okay, that part should be overlapping, so it's kind of interesting problem if you're first learning to make this ring, and you kind of try to figure out how to overlap this thing. So that's kind of interesting problem you need to solve. It's a lot easier now. Okay, I think that's pretty much done. Probably adjust the color a little bit better. So we get Olympic logo, and this gonna work for AR. So single objects, multiple materials. We can actually add a bit of thickness using solidify, thickness. All right, and it's inheriting the color from the parents. Okay, the yellow has the wrong color for the. So go back. This part should be. So yellow goes in. Okay, actually it's correct. So one's overlapping, the other one's not. Cool. All right. If you try to convert this to AR, you might have slight issue, but at this point, maybe create duplicates. Maybe you want to actually triangulate the face. Okay, you can triangulate it here. Now you have all the original topology, but this one should work if you export it as AR. So reset the positions and simply export it as AR or GLB and GLTF. Okay, I think you got the drill. So this is how you can create a basic Olympic logo in Blender using the procedural way. but you can, based on this setup, you can modify, so you don't really need to use ring. You can actually use anything in sverchok, like n-gon, for example, and then just plug this in, and you can have more. You can randomize the n-gon if you like, and you can end up with pattern, but the pattern itself, of course, is very clean. So each of this pattern you can give different color, and yeah, so that's one way you can kind of generate like a hexagonal pattern with any kind of shapes that you want to pass into sverchok. All right, hopefully this is useful. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.